I didn't know you were on the phone. Did you order your pizza? Okay, finish the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for being here. Call this meeting to order. Has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes that were sent to you for September 1st meeting and September 2nd budget adoption meeting? And if so, are there any additions or corrections that need to be made?
I'll make a motion that both minutes be accepted as written.
Second.
Okay. There's a motion on the floor to approve the minutes from September 1st and September 22nd budget adoption meeting. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Send them down for signature, please. Also, has everybody signed everything in your office that needs to be signed?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Is there any mail that anybody would like to share with the council? Our county attorney, do you have anything?
Not unless you want to bring up the representation.
We're going to do that during new business.
Okay, then I don't have anything at this time.
Okay. We have no committee reports. We have the old business. I'm going to move up our 144 that's not noted on your agenda. The sheriff is here with a new hire. Sheriff Laughlin.
Good evening. We have a open deputy position. Jason Cloyd retired, took the instructor position at the Career Center for the Criminal Justice Program, and big loss to the department. Everybody loved Jason, great guy, good officer, doing fantastic in his new role. I've visited the class several times, and kids are engaged, and I think it's going to be a benefit to the department. As well as the Connersville Police Department. They're going to actually have a jail officer program where the kids that take that class and graduate, be eligible to come right down to our department and be hired and never have to go to jail school, no cost or time loss sending them off to school. So great thing for Jason, good for the department because it opened up a spot. We ran a process. Took about 4 weeks, included physical agility testing, a written test, road deputy interview, which is quite intimidating, which is all the road deputies sitting at your guys' seats and one person sitting there and us grilling them for a while. And the deputies and our merit board unanimously chose Josh Sparks as that candidate. The merit board voted him. I accepted the recommendation. Josh is a 6-year member of our jail. Has done a great job as a jail officer. He's been a corporal. Just one of the go-to guys in the jail, has a ton of experience. To me, it's always a benefit to us to have a jail officer come out. They just know how to interact and talk with inmates that, to me, have proved beneficial in my career, and most of the people that we've hired have all came through the jail. And I think Josh will be a tremendous addition to the department. He would start as a road deputy. There is obviously some cost savings there associated. I know this is the fiscal body, so I'll pass that along as well. Losing a 19-year or 21-year veteran to a new guy, there is some savings with our longevity pay and difference in pay from the scale that we had set. So this is Josh. I wanted to bring him tonight. Something new. We've not really brought these guys. You usually interact with them or meet them along the way, and I thought it'd be important to bring him tonight and let you guys meet him as well. His wife Bree is here. They just got married, so just got back from a honeymoon a week ago. So been a good few months, I think, for Josh.
So did you tell Josh about the talent portion of tonight's meeting that he's supposed to do?
Yeah, I forgot about that. So
What was your talent that you were going to enact for us? Use some magic or something?
I could try it. I could try it some
Magic, I could make Joey disappear.
Yeah. A lot of people been wanting to see that. No. He's a pretty good singer, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there. Some people
Josh,
that'll
welcome aboard. Bree, welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting married.
Yeah, thank you.
With that, do you have a motion to approve the 144?
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve the 144 to hire Josh.
Okay,
Second.
we have a motion to approve. It's been seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving the 144 to hire Josh Sparks, new road deputy for the sheriff's department, signify yes by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Ayes have it. Welcome aboard.
I suppose you'll be back next month with the jail.
yeah. Gotta fill a spot.
Thank you so much.
So it
Thanks,
really
guys.
isn't like when you hire Josh from that spot that it's his responsibility to find you the next.
That's not a bad idea. I like that. I'm gonna have to hear enough of that. Thanks, guys.
Jeff, did you want to introduce Manny or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Be happy to. If you want, Manny, if you want to come up to the
Glad to.
podium, just as a heads up, you probably know this, they have a really neat TV station here in Fayette County that they share with the county and the city. So this is televised and
Love being on
live and
TV.
very good. You're going to be on TV, so if you want to maybe discuss who you are and what's going on.
Happy to. Good to see everybody. My name is Manny Hertzog. I'm a partner at the law firm Taft in Indianapolis, and I practice litigation and municipal law. I have 2 young kids. I used to have a dog I miss. Happy to entertain any other questions.
Well, we just had an hour full of questions with you, so I think we know everything. At this moment, I'd like to entertain a motion to either, I'm going to use the word retain, it might be the wrong word, could be wrong, to the services of Manny Hertzog. So, I'd like to make a recommendation of what we should do as a council going forward. With Manny, I'd appreciate that.
I'll make a motion that we obtain his services for foreseeable future.
Okay.
I'll second.
Second, so we have a motion to obtain the services for Manny Hertzog from the Taft Law Firm for the foreseeable future. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. 7 of them. Thank you,
I
Manny.
appreciate all of you. If you don't need me, I'm going to try to wrangle my 5-year-old to bed.
Go
Maybe
ahead.
I'll have my contact information. If you don't, Jeff has it. Happy to share it with you.
Okay, drive safe.
Thank you very much.
And Manny, thank you for your time.
Take care. Of course.
Dale, did you have anything from the library board?
We do have a resolution for you from the library.
We have a declaration of fiscal body for the Fayette County Public Library. It was presented by Dale Strong, the president of the library board. Let's just we have to approve this. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. You emailed this us too, right?
Yes.
Because I thought I read
It
it.
was emailed.
You should, so it was in the email attachment that Jane had sent to us, so you should have read it. Dale, is there any comments you want to make about this?
Council, this is just a standard requirement from the DLGF that they require the library board to submit this resolution to you for your approval. We don't anticipate you actually having to do anything for the library board in this, but it's, you know how DLGF rules go. You gotta have everything in place, and this particular item has to be taken care of before we do the final adoption on the library budget for 2021, which we will do 1 week from this evening. So it's pretty much self-explanatory. Just meeting, we're just following the rules like everyone else has to.
So
So
you
you-
just need a motion to accept this report?
You just need a motion to accept this.
Yes.
Okay.
I make a motion that we go ahead and accept the report that was adopted by the Fayette County Council on this evening, 10/6/2020.
I'll second.
I have a motion to approve the report that the library has submitted to us. We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Fairview's not here. Okay. I'll skip it. We'll move on to additional appropriation request. Jay just walked in. This isn't the commissioners meeting. Hey, this isn't the commissioners meeting. We move along here.
I'm usually the last one at these meetings, so.
You should be looking dressed up nice, looking sharp tonight, if I can call you front.
I can remember that one. That's just what they did, amount of fuel money we'll need to get through the rest of the year.
Okay.
When we done the budget the first of the year, I had missed it when they brought it to me at the house, and it wasn't near enough to make it through the whole year.
Okay, so the highway department's asking for an additional appropriation of $26,000, funds to pay gas and diesel for harvest land for the rest of 2020. We're gonna hold you to it.
That might make it all right, being we're not chip sealing right now. We won't be running much fuel, but that's what we figured it was gonna take.
Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the additional appropriation for the highway department for $26,000.
I'll second.
We have a motion to approve the additional appropriation request for the highway department of $26,000. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries 7. Did you get jumping on it?
Catherine can't request something out of our budget because she's a senator. So
Yeah.
I had you do it for her.
Okay, oh. Okay. We have an additional appropriation request for the council, for the Parks Department for the covered bridge in the amount of $4,810.
I can make a motion to approve the covered bridge fund and other services within that for $4,810.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion to approve, it's been seconded. Any further discussion on the additional appropriation request for the covered bridge fund? If not, all those in favor of approving the additional appropriation request for $4,810 for the covered bridge fund, please do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, additional appropriation request for the auditor's office for $5,910 to make a budget shortfall for position change made in December.
I'll make a motion to approve the $5,910 for the budget shortfall for the auditor's office.
Second.
We have a motion to approve has been seconded. Any further discussion on the additional appropriation request for the auditor's office for $5,910? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. For the jail, additional appropriation request, for medical services in the amount of $18,000. Pay medical bills.
1,800, correct? Or 18,000?
18,000.
Which one's correct?
Is it on the agenda?
Then it
It's
says
18,000.
1,800.
There's a
Oh, the
zero.
agenda.
There's
Yeah,
zero
the
missing.
paperwork that you were sent is correct, the agenda is wrong.
Just a zero.
I think that's a big zero.
It's a zero to the left of the decimal point, doesn't matter.
Oh, goodness. We'll make a motion to approve the estimate fund medical services account for 18,000.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the additional appropriation request. I won't do this so early. For $18,000 to pay for medical bills. Has been seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving this request, please do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Can we cry over that eye?
The assessor.
I'm here to request an additional appropriation from the sales disclosure fund for a new server, for some new software. We have a new contract to change our software vendor, and in preparation for that, we need to upgrade our server to a better one. The sales disclosure fund is specifically set up for equipment, and so it's well funded, and we're a little ahead of what we were hoping to wait another year to do that, but based on our needs, we need to upgrade now.
Why is this a transfer? I'm just curious how it was a transfer. See, we got a fund for, right? Never mind. Okay.
It's an additional because there's nothing appropriate.
Okay, that's cool. All right. So I need approval for this additional appropriation for $12,000 for a new server and software.
This would be just for the server. I have the funds for the software, so.
Okay. Council?
You're just moving the money from the sales disclosure fund to the,
Into a line item, yeah, for the equipment.
I make a motion to go ahead and approve the additional funding from the sales disclosure fund into an equipment account fund for the new server to prepare for the new vendor, software vendor, for $12,000.
Also,
So we have a motion to approve the $12,000 additional appropriation request for $12,000 for the sales disclosure fund. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Thank you.
Commissioners, transfer request. $8,200 to pay for repair at jail.
We were basically unable to fund repairs to the jail from our cum cap fund. It's basically in the red and will remain most likely in the red until settlement time, right, Jane?
Cube jail.
Cum jail, yeah. So therefore, I think if I'm remembering right, Terry and I set up some line items and Jane helped in cum cap to pay for jail repairs and services. And we've specifically created line items that we can keep track of jail expenses very easily out of cum cap, so that we don't lose track of how much money we spend on the jail and the repairs that it costs us, so that hopefully the council next year or future years can start using this to look at, hey, this is what it's costing us to maintain this 30-year-old building. We need to do something with cum jail rate, or we need to do something different with the jail, the building itself. So hopefully by setting this up and doing these transfers in cum cap, we can keep a better record and a more transparent sight of what that building is actually costing us every year. I hate it that we have to take it from cum cap, but bills have to be paid. Repairs are made, bills have to be paid. So we've made these line items to accommodate that. We are actually only transferring money. We're utilizing that, basically the remodeling money that we had appropriated for other needs at the courthouse and the annex. We're transferring those monies to utilize for jail, and hopefully it gets us through the rest of the year, and still be able to do some of the other repairs and maintenance to the courthouse and the annex that needs to be made as time comes up. But so we're hoping to be able to do it with transfers, but I just want to bring you up to date. Cum jail is basically busted.
Question, and I won't say uneducated question. Is there advantage, or is there the ability to take this out of lit jail as opposed to the cum cap? Should be, I think, enough excess funds.
You have to do it. You have to do an additional rather than a transfer, but you know,
I mean, it's
I think,
Big Hall.
yeah. So I mean, I think that's for the council to, I'm hoping to be able to give you a better view of what's going on with the jail and the cost factors, and hopefully you can make a better judgment call come next year, budget time, for that jail fund. To say, okay, we're going to start making repairs out of this fund rather than paying wages or whatever. But right now, it's hard for us to pull all those numbers together. What is the jail costing us in repairs and maintenance? I mean, you really have to dig through cum jail. You have to dig through the sheriff or the jail's budget. You have to dig through now the jail income tax budget, and so we're going to pay for it out of cum cap right now, and we decided that it'd be best to have a specific line that's marked jail services or jail repairs, so that you can easily go back and audit that as a council and say, here's what we spent out of cum cap. Now what do we spend out of cum jail and the other budgets? So it's a little more than I wanted to say, but
It's okay.
I'm just trying, I just want to try to make you understand, or help you understand, that jail, we're not operating that jail for nothing with its age.
there a motion to approve the transfer request?
Make a motion to approve the transfer request of $8,200 for jail repair costs of $200.
Second the motion.
Motion to approve has been seconded. Any further discussion? We have a motion to approve the transfer request for $8,200 for jail repair, coming from remodeling costs, going to maintenance and repairs, supplies in jail. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay. This salary ordinance here. We just need signatures on it. Right?
Yes, that's the amendment that you made in the last meeting to increase the salary for the nurse in the health department. But I did not have the ordinance drawn up ahead of time because I didn't know for sure how much we were gonna make that amount.
So we already voted on it, we just need to sign. And then, while you're doing that, we got this County Council's Resolution 20-R-9, an ordinance adopting the budget of Fairfield Township in Fayette County, Indiana. If you would have read the text that Jane had, it says, whereas Indiana Code 36-1-23-2 states that the volunteer firefighters must abstain from voting on a township budget. And I believe most of their township is made up of volunteer firefighters. So we have to vote on their budget for them. And so Lisa Sembach emailed this in to Jane. I'll just send this down for everybody to look at. I guess we thought Lisa would have been here to present it.
It amazes me how much a volunteer fire department does for so little.
Sorry?
It's amazing what a volunteer fire department does for so little. I mean, so much that they do. And they service the large community too.
Okay, everybody's had a chance to briefly look at it. Is there a motion to approve or disapprove resolution 20-R-9?
I make a motion to go ahead to approve the resolution of the numbers
Okay,
for the,
is there a second?
for the Fairview Township budget.
Second.
Any further discussion? There's a motion on the floor to approve resolution 20-R-9, an ordinance adopting the budget of Fairview Township, Fayette County, Indiana. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Send us out for the signatures. There's no comments from the public. Jay, do you want to say anything? Jerry,
I'm sorry?
did you want to say anything?
Well, actually, this time I did want to say. I didn't want to talk about transfer, but things that the commissioners are working on today. In today's meeting, we voted and signed the application for the COVID CARES Act application to the $700 and some thousand that was awarded to Fayette County for reimbursement for COVID related expenses for this year. They have relaxed or changed the rules once again on it. They're now including we can be reimbursed for our payroll expenses for all of our public safety officers, our DOC officers, and all people that support them, our health department and health employees involved with health, and our 911 employees' salaries. So we chose, the commissioners today chose to go ahead and apply for those funds to be reimbursed. Under those guidelines, we had over just from March 1st to September 30th, which is the first application deadline or area that is covered. We had over $900,000 worth of employee payroll costs that we submitted today for reimbursement, and so we should be able to secure all of that $700 and some thousand that was awarded to the county. Now, with that in mind, there were some discussions among the commissioners on some other projects that we could possibly do that could be COVID related, but necessary projects for the county at the same time. For instance, we have been written up by the jail inspector several times that our air handlers do not carry the amount of air that's necessary for the population that is in the jail. So we've been seeking quotes to replace the air handling system in the jail and update it. Although we're not going to use that update to file for these monies, I guess we would still like for the council to keep in mind that we would still like to do that project, and sooner than later. So as those funds come back to us, we'd like to see you be frugal and wise with that extra fund balance, so to speak, and keep in mind that there are some things that we want to do. I think the sheriff's department is in need of an extra or another transport vehicle for transporting prisoners. We'd like to look at possibly, I'd like to talk with the sheriff on how quickly he would need that vehicle. So there may be that additional that we may be coming back to you with. But we would, I forget, Jane, do you remember the numbers on the air handler quotes that we?
458,000?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood of $400,000 to $500,000 we're looking at for the cost of the air handlers, to replace the air handlers. So we'd like to try to still use those funds for that, but we just felt that this is a guarantee, and before they change the rules again,
Let's do it.
we better get the application submitted. So hopefully, now that we've showed them that we have over $900,000 worth of employee costs, maybe if they've got some extra sitting around for that's unappropriated, maybe they'll see fit to send us a little extra, but who knows. With that in mind, also, if you don't mind, Jay, I'm going to talk about the chip box a little bit. We're working with the highway department on trying to secure a new chip box for the highway department. Our antiquated chip box is finally laid down again, and the commissioners have decided that it's time to quit throwing good money after bad into a piece of equipment that's ready to be laid down. Yeah, laid to rest. So we're trying to work on getting quotes for that, and the commissioners right now are not very interested in borrowing money outside the county. That funding that cost of a machine, we could incur $50,000 or more in interest money costs. So we're trying to look at different ways that if we can't pay for it right out with highway funds, Dale and Mark and I are looking at ways that we could borrow county funds to pay for that piece of equipment. So we'll be coming probably to you in November, December at the latest, because we need to get that machine ordered in order for it to be here by spring for next year's chip seal program. We were not able to chip seal near the miles that we were hoping for this year. We were hoping to be able to possibly rent a chip box. That wasn't an option. There wasn't any out here to be rented. So what Jay has done, rather than just sit back and say, well, guess we're done, he's reallocated, got the paver going again, and we're putting down some more. We're using those funds, unused funds, for the chip seal work on some more paving work. So they are out working. They've done a great job. I don't know if any of you drove any of the roads that they've worked on this summer, but they've really done a great job, and I can't say enough good things about what Jay and all the guys down there have done this summer with work on the roads. Their paving progress has come along 20 years in the last year. We got them a newer paver, and it's working out great. But this chip box, this is another step to continue making better roads. So just wanted to kind of keep you abreast of what's going on, and so you're not all surprised when we come in the next month or two for some additionals that maybe you wasn't expecting. I wanted you to be able to expect them to come.
Thank you. I did overlook you, sorry about that.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was always higher on the agenda.
Apologize.
You just didn't want me to talk.
That's kind of it too. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Second.